Time for another video. The Surf Onn USB podcast microphone. So you can actually get this for very, very cheap. For those that are wondering what company this is, it's actually a Walmart brand, the ONN. I'm sorry. They sell headphones, they sell keyboards, many different products. Now I have tried their headphones and I loved them. So I figured, you know what, maybe I can get the same quality in their microphone. You never know. It is only $24.99, so we'll see. I'm a little scared, but with that being said, let's hop right into this review. Alrighty, so first things first, this doesn't have any type of plastic on it, so you can just hit the tab. If I can get it. I'm trying. Come on, I'm struggling here. I wound up tearing this box. You know what? I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. So anyway, here we are. This is how it is in its original packaging. I'm using it along with you guys for the first time. So we are unboxing it together. So right here, looks like you have your little product guide right here. All right, tells you how the microphone is outside of the box. Looks like it only comes with a USB and the microphone itself. Now I am hoping, that it can detach and hook up to a microphone stand, which is what I normally do for most of my microphones. I have that little arm stand. I need to get a better one, but you know, in time. I say just do what you can while you can. So here we are. This is the microphone right here. This does extend a little bit. Actually, let me clean this up a little bit so we can actually see it in all its glory. All right, so right here, it does the it's a micro USB cord that comes with this. So it is pretty long. It looks like it's about, I don't want to guess, but I want to say about, not 6 feet, maybe 4 feet or so. I forget how long this microphone is, but it's not bad. You have your mute button on the top right here, self-explanatory. Your USB goes into the back, so this does have to be plugged in at all times, like any type of microphone. Not rechargeable or anything like that. Though I've never seen a rechargeable microphone, but I'm pretty sure they might exist. I don't see why they wouldn't. Right here, you have the actual stand, which is pretty cool. You do have the option to kind of put it up here. Though the way I am with my microphones, I'm definitely going to want to, take this off. So I'm going to go ahead and screw this off right here so you guys can see it. And yeah, I'm a little worried. The piece that I have, I'm not sure if it'll connect to this. I will try it. I'm pretty sure they probably do make a arm stand that allows you to screw this in so you can use this separately than the base, but we shall see. I will try that out in real time. Now, this microphone doesn't have any type of software for it, so let me just put this down for right now. This microphone doesn't have any type of software. It's just plug and play. You're good to go. What I will say is on your computer, you want to make sure that your settings has this microphone set as the primary, because you know if you have multiple microphones like me, sometimes I disconnect them and switch to a different one for review purposes, or if you don't set it properly, it might default to the camera, and you want to make sure that you're not using a camera microphone when you're recording. So with that being said, I think I had you guys waiting long enough. Let's hook this up to the computer. I'm going to go through the little setup, which is just plug and play. I'm going to set it up to my camera, and then we're going to record and see how it sounds. All right, guys, so just so you know, this is the first recording that I'm doing. Now, this one is about, I would say about 2 feet away from my mouth. What I do notice about other headphones or just microphones in general is that sometimes you have to distance yourself from the microphone because it does a very good job of picking up distance and volume. So you have to understand, I'm recording this as is. I didn't do any tests on it. This is a true test that you're hearing for the first time, and I'm going to do a total of 3. One is going to be from this distance, about 2 feet. One's going to be about a foot in front of my face, and the other one's going to be almost, not directly in my mouth, but a few inches from my mouth. So that way you can get an idea of product placement and where it needs to be to get the best sound. So, like I said, as you can see, you can hear it. If you like what you hear, remember the the microphone is $24.88 or $24.99, however Walmart does their weird prices, and it's reasonably priced. It looks nice in my opinion, but you know, at the end of the day, it's the sound that you are concerned about, especially if you're podcasting, doing recordings, Zoom calls. You might work from home. You need a decent microphone. So I do understand that, you know, these type of tests are necessary. So with that being said, this is the first test. Remember, about 2 feet away from me, I measured. Now I'm going to do about a foot in front of me. So this right here is the second recording that we're doing. The microphone is about, say about a foot, 12 inches away from my mouth. And it's sitting on a desk on an angle. So, you know, again, doing that first recording, you notice how it still sounded a little bit robotic, because when the higher pitch of my voice comes in, it kind of breaks up with the grain a little bit. I had to just check that. Right now, obviously, it's going to sound probably a little bit more broken up because it's closer toward my mouth, which goes to show that this isn't a high quality mic at all. Now, there are other microphones that you can get for this price point. Maybe not this the aesthetic where it actually sits on the desk the way that it does with the heavy stand. Like, it's a beautiful looking mic in my opinion. And yes, I've seen a lot of them, and I know I'm calling it beautiful, but I'm thinking of the price tag. And so it looks really good for the price. It actually, my wife picked it up and said, "Oh, why don't you do this review on this?" And I say, "Sure, why not? It's a microphone. Some people like seeing microphones and things like that. There are new podcasters out there, YouTubers, amongst other things. And, you know, sometimes you're just looking for a product that's affordable, that's reasonably priced, that can get the job done. Now, everybody wants to spend $300-400 on a microphone. I have my Blue Yeti over here. Cost me $100-something bucks. And to be honest, this is the pinnacle of microphones in my opinion for anyone starting off if you can afford it. And you'll probably use that for every type of recording. But if you don't have that type of money, this is what $24.88 or $24.99 before taxes buys you at Walmart if you get the particular Onn brand. So the last recording, I'm going to put it closer to my mouth so you can hear it. So noise alert. I'll tell you now, you might have to turn it down a little bit. Or, as a matter of fact, I'm going to adjust it myself for you guys so you won't have to turn it down, because it's something else. Alright, so right here, this is the last recording. The microphone is not at my mouth right now, but I want you to see in real time, because I tested it and I was like, let me redo this part for those that really want a more in-depth review. So this is it, about a foot away from my mouth, right? This is the microphone closer to my mouth. So what I would say is, even if I'm talking softly, it picks up a lot of noise. It picks up the voices from very, very far away. Like, you can put this microphone across, not across your computer desk, and it's going to pick up your voice subtly. Like, it picks up everything. So what you're hearing right now is, for those that like the microphone stands, it's not necessary for this particular product, as you can see, because the closer it is to your mouth, the worse it actually sounds. You hear it in real time. I'm doing this recording for you guys so you can actually understand. Like, don't get me wrong, product placement matters. So if you're one of those people where, again, I have one of the arm stands like I'm showing you right here, where I like it like this, where I can angle my microphone to do whatever is necessary, twist and turn it and all that good stuff, because I want to get the best sound quality that I possibly can with the money that I pay for my microphone. But this guy here is not a high-end microphone. If you're trying to get podcast quality, you're definitely not going to get it for this microphone. If it's closer towards your mouth or multiple people are in the same room, yes, it can pick up the voices just fine, but you don't want, you kind of got to position it in a way where it's the same distance between the two of you, so it won't pick up one person's voice more than the other one. So that crackling or that just loud crunchiness that you're hearing right now, I forgot how to exactly describe it, but it's very unpleasant in my opinion. So now you know, I tried 3 different settings. I could try one more. I will do one more after this one to see how far. I'm going to make it about 3 feet away so you guys can hear how it sounds. As a matter of fact, why not do the test? I got time. Okay, so this one right here is the microphone from 3 feet away. Can't stress that enough. I'm talking the same volume. What I notice is I'm actually looking at this in Twitch video as I record, and I can literally see the little octave of the voice. So again, I have a desk about, I can't even tell you how wide and stuff it is. I have a pretty wide desk, right? And I had to put the microphone all the way in the back of my desk for it to sound like this. It's still picking up sound from what I'm guessing, because again, I'm looking at the microphone and it looks like it's picking up a decent amount of sound. Of course, I'm going to look over this video so I can give you guys a synopsis if this is worthwhile. But what I do notice is that the farther away the microphone is, it does pick up less voices at a lower octave, but it still does a good job of picking up your voice. For $24.88, that's not bad at all. Most of the microphones I had can't do that. Obviously, I'm talking about microphones in the same price range. Even my JLAD microphone I have over here does an okay job of picking up voices, and that's a $79 microphone, while this one is a $24.88 microphone plus taxes and all that stuff. So, you know, like 30 bucks or so, and it's still not doing a bad job. But what I will say is, I mean, obviously for longevity, you will need a better microphone over time, but to start yourself off, again, it's $24-something. If you're shopping at the local Walmart, you might just pick it up because it's super convenient. You're already there. It's not the worst mic I've ever had, but it's also not the best. So just be aware of that. All right, guys. So that's the 4 microphone tests. Originally, I was just going to do 3, but something told me, let me do the 4th tests. So the first one, the microphone was 2 feet away. Second one is about 1 foot away. Third one, it was about 1 inch or 2 away from my mouth. And the fourth test, it was about 3 feet away. So as you can see, the 3 feet one, in my opinion, sound the best part of the video, because what the odd part about this microphone is the way it's shaped and the way this is, it picks up a lot of noise around you. So the farther away it is, even though it sounds a tad bit lower than where it was at 2 feet, the clarity was better. You notice that the sound didn't break up as much. And believe it or not, the microphone was on the edge of my desk. I purposely angled it sideways on the edge of my desk. It wasn't directly in front of me. It was diagonally, like going across from my desk about 3 feet away. And you see how well it picked up the noises. Obviously, if you have a higher end microphone, you're not going to need something like this. But the fact is, it did very well, in my opinion, for a $24.88 or $24.99. I forget the exact price, but it's around that price tag before taxes. It did pretty well. Originally I was kind of disappointed with the microphone, especially when you're moving around and it picks up all that background noise. But initially, this isn't a microphone that you pick up. You're not supposed to be picking it up, walking around with it. It's not like the other higher end microphones. You could constantly adjust it while in real time and it won't pick up any of that feedback. This is a cheap microphone. We have to understand that it's made for the bare minimum. Zoom calls, regular conversations. I could use this for podcasting, believe it or not, on my second channel. But realistically, because I have my expensive mic as it is, I want to stick to my Blue Yeti. I haven't found anything better overall at that price range. It's just like $100-something microphone. But right now we're talking about this. For $24.88, I have to be honest with you. I actually had a different synopsis about this, and something told me, let me go back and just do some more microphone tests in real time. And yeah, it's not bad. But also let me mention to you guys, I totally forgot in the other part of the video, is that these right here twist and turn where you can tighten this up. So if you decide to adjust this differently, you can. And me personally, I'm going to leave it like this. What I will do is obviously put it back inside the box because I'm going to repackage it. I don't have a reason to use this microphone. I have a lot of microphones. I gave some to my wife, different ones, and I have the little arm stand things that extend and all that good stuff. So I'm set. But for someone that's new to the game of recording and you're just trying to try things out, most people, let me tell you this now. Let me have a real moment with you. Well, all my moments are real, but let me have another one for you guys. Never buy expensive stuff for no reason. If you are unsure of podcasting and recording and you're trying it as a hobby or something new, do not buy a $200 microphone. Please don't do that. If you're going to buy one, go buy a Blue Yeti. Good enough. But if you don't want to spend the money, you're not sure this is the way you want to go, and you're just trying it out, testing the waters, this is good enough. Under 30, like 30 bucks. I'm sorry, it's not 30 bucks. It's under 30 bucks, $24.99. I keep saying 30 at the taxes, and it's actually lower than that. But under $30, you get a decent microphone. You can have it sitting across from your computer desk or your dining room table or whatever it is that you choose to use to record at. It'll pick up the noise just fine. What I always say is make sure that before you just go live and start recording and things like that, that you test your microphone. Make sure that in your computer settings that this microphone is actually being seen. Now, what I'll say is that like the microphone came up like 100009002 or something like that. It's a weird name. So maybe because it's a generic microphone, that's why it does it. Most name brand microphones come up with the actual name of the microphone, but I guess Onn cut some corners on that one. As for this part right here, this little arm piece right here, if you take this apart and try to connect it to one of those arm the devices that can hold microphones up, the hole on the bottom is pretty small. It's smaller than the industry standard, meaning like the Blue Yeti, other microphones that I've had in the past, normal size microphones. This is a pretty small microphone that you could probably pack away and just, you don't even have to keep it on your desk. Not to mention, like I said before, in case you guys forgot or skipped part of that video, it does have the, what's it called? The mute button. Now, you're wondering, how do you know if it's muted? Very simple. When you plug this up, it will be blue. When you click it, it will be red. So that's how you'll know if it is muted. My entire opinion about this microphone changed when I did those tests. It's not bad for the price tag. I'll be honest with you. It is not bad at all. But like I said, what I will say is that please be aware, if you're looking for the best, clearest quality out there, you heard it. It's not going to be the best quality. Obviously, if you have it at a certain angle, on a desk, on a shelf, certain things, the audio is going to differ. I had mine where the microphone was always below chest view. So it was always sitting on an angle just like this. So if you put it up here and then angle it a certain way like that, you might get better sound. It's up to you as a consumer to figure out what the best positioning is, because your height, who you're recording for. If you have multiple people near you, all of that matters. So if you're recording with multiple people, keep it 3 feet away. It will pick up both people's voices as long as both people are talking at a normal octave. If you're a low talker, you might have to put it a little bit closer. It really depends. This unfortunately doesn't have any type of sound volume on it personally, or gain. It doesn't have any option for surround or to pick up stuff around you and all that. It's just one setting fits all. No software necessary. Plug and play. You're good to go. I like it. So anyway, that's the review. Like always, like and subscribe, and hopefully whoever buys this, again, don't say it's trash yet. You might have had the same experience I had initially when I turned it on. I'm like, oh my God, it's crackling down my face. Like in the third recording, it sounded terrible. But all the other 3 were fine. It just goes to show it doesn't need to be in front of your face. It picks up more sound around you. Even if you're sitting to the left, you're sitting to the right, it's on an angle. It does a very good job of picking up the sound all around the microphone. So if you have an air conditioner or something, you don't want to do that. But that's about it. So anyway, like I said, I don't want to make this video overly long. I will see you guys in the next one where we talk more about tech.